1,032, 1,000. Oh, damn it, I'm so bad at counting. Oh, you're recording? And you didn't say anything? Oh my god! Hi, you guys. Welcome to another review by me, the hostess with the mostest, Danielle. And today we'll be reviewing episode number 6 of Rupaul's All Stars Season 4. This episode's name is LalapaRuza. This episode starts with the 4 eliminated queens returning to the workroom and all the girls going crazy. And they all go to talk to them and kiss them, and then they go sit on the side and discuss what happened. So they're all discussing the fact that the All-Stars rules are being suspended until further notice by Rupaul. And they're trying to figure out what the message and the mirror meant about the lip sync for life. As they're sitting on the couch, both Monet and Manila reveal that the lip sync that they had all along was for none other but hola, it's me, Valentina. As they're all sitting on the couch, they're discussing the eliminated queen's reactions and how they're feeling towards their elimination and the person that eliminated them. Obviously, things get a little bit heated, and we can already tell that the narrative of this episode is going to be between Latrice and Monique. The girls also discuss Valentina living in a fantasy that's not really reality, and I'm kind of living for it. And obviously I'm always living for Trinity's reactions. These bitches gotta go. And Latrice, this episode, is really funny. She has all these references all the time. And I think one of my favorites is when she's mocking Monique and she's like, okay, very that. And I noticed that all the drag queens recently say very that. I'm used to adore saying it, but now Willem keeps saying that on their podcast, and so does Alaska, and Monique all of a sudden I hear her saying that all the time too, so it's very that. So the episode starts finally! Latrice has got Monique as a target from the second she entered back into the workroom. I can understand it. It's like Latrice said herself, it's not personal. It's personal, girl. Highlighters, shimmer, whatever you want to call it. Back to the show. Another thing that I found very funny was Gia and Trinity. Trinity's like, hi Gia, welcome back to doing what you do best. And I love the pot stirring movement. I thought it was hilarious and also quite true. Also, it's so funny when Rupaul enters the workroom, they're like, oh my god! Like, it's the first time that they get to see him, and as if they did not know he was coming in 20 seconds or so. Rupaul then tells them what's up. And what's up is shit's about to get gaggy. You know why? Because this time around, what happens is that all the eliminated queens, Jasmine Masters, Pheromone, Gia and Latrice Royale, are back in the game, and what's happening right now is that they get to pick one queen to lip sync against and have the opportunity to be back in the game. The only 2 safe queens are Monet and Manila. Thank the Lord. I'm super scared for Trinity because, hello, I'm in love with her. But at least Manila is safe with Monet. I'm so excited about that. Anything can happen, and it's super scary. Immediately there are all these theories, which queen is gonna pick which queen and what's gonna happen. Stay tuned, it's all very exciting. We then get to see Monique talking with Naomi Smalls about Latrice. Monique does have a couple of good points. She says that Latrice has been on 3 seasons already, and that one of the problems is the fact that she's been giving the same pageant looks that she has been giving since season 4. And to be entirely honest, I kind of agree. We then see Latrice, Gia, Trinity, and Manila talking together. Gia is trying to stir the pot again, calling Trinity nervous, and Trinity's like, I'm not nervous, bitch. And I think Trinity might be a bit nervous, even though she won't admit it. Obviously not say it to Gia's face. There's a beautiful scene between Naomi Smalls and Gia when they're talking. Gia's like, you know, you have this kind of calmness about you that I really admire. And that's very interesting because Gia comes off as always super confident. So seeing her talk like that with Naomi Smalls, it's very human. I really like it. Oh, there's this beautiful scene between Trinity and Pheromone. Trinity tells Pheromone that she needs to step her beep up and stop worrying about the others and start worrying about herself. We get to see Manila and Monet talking for a moment about how they're super happy that they're safe, and then they start theorizing who's gonna pick who. That's when I started theorizing who's gonna pick who. So obviously right off the bat was certain that Latrice would pick Monique, but I honestly thought that it would be different. I thought that Trinity would go up against Gia, and I thought that Farah would go up against Naomi Smalls, I think. I don't remember anymore. When Rue comes out, she looks stunning. I mean, the work that Delta and that Raven have been doing on this season thus far. There's no guest judges on this episode, which is cool. For the main runway, the category is LalapaRuza Eleganza. First out is Jasmine Masters. She looks cute. Then we have Pheromone coming out, and she looks fabulous. I really liked what she was wearing. She did a little tush shake on the runway. Oh, I thought it was pretty cute. Then we had Gia Gunn come out. She looked like an anime schoolgirl. And the hair, the ponytail, it was so long. It was so beautiful. The next queen to come on the runway is Latrice. And she's the last one of the eliminated girls trying to make a comeback. And her look is... she looks lovely. And then we start seeing the queens that are still in the running towards the final, and we start with Manila Luzon. She looks like an Italian fantasy. She looks like a table with spaghetti, with meatballs, and her hat is beautiful, and everything is thought out of, and the details are just gorgeous, and she looks like a fucking drag queen, and I love it. And it comes quite in contrast to Monet's look. I mean, I love Monet, but I think the dress is ill-fitting. It's not a very interesting dress. It's not an all-star in my opinion. And then Monique Hart comes out, and I'm on the fence about it. Naomi Smalls comes out next, and she looks phenomenally exquisite, so long and beautiful. Then we have Trinity come out next, and she looks beautiful, the hair is beautiful, but we can't really see anything below it because she's wearing a huge cape with the minty sort of leaf thing over here. So we don't really know what's gonna happen underneath, and Michelle's like, show us! Then we have Valentina, who is obviously beautiful because she can almost do no wrong. Her butt's a little bit big, but whatever, I think it's still pretty still. So that was the end of the runway. And now we start seeing the actual lip syncs. So the safe queens, Manila and Monet, go to the back of the stage, and then we start seeing them go one by one. The order in which they chose the queens that they wanted to lip sync against was by the last queen eliminated choosing first, and the first queen eliminated choosing last. So basically Jasmine Masters getting the scraps, as she put it. Then we have the first lip sync battle, which is between Jasmine Masters and Trinity. So we have Peanut Butter. Obviously I'm rooting for Trinity because I'm in love with her. So I was super scared. This is not an easy song to lip sync to, but then the lip sync starts, and even when we do get to see Jasmine, she's not doing a very interesting job. And the worst thing is that she doesn't know the words. America. Trinity does her signature butt thingy moving, and So Jasmine is the first queen to go home again. The next couple of girls to go with each other are Pheromone and Valentina. Now, I really do like Pheromone. However, the second that she chose Valentina, I had a feeling that she would not stay. So they start, and Valentina is like a friend put it, she's fire. She just wants it so bad. She's got this star quality about her that you can't deny, Pheromone looks lovely and very pretty, but it feels to me not on the same level as Valentina. We then have Gia Gunn versus Naomi Smalls, and for the first time I was actually super scared that Naomi might go home because Gia is good. Naomi looks beautiful, but Gia's just like super fierce and she's got a reveal. And the song that they had to lip sync to was Adrenaline, which totally felt like a Gia Gunn song because it was so upbeat, and bam, as the song starts, they both start going crazy on the runway, and it is one of the tightest lip syncs I've seen in a while. It was insane. Gia with a reveal, bam, she's got like all these gold fringes. She does her signature like ponytail whipping, and it's amazing. But Naomi, who knew she was this good? Not me. She moved so beautifully. They both sort of like vogued for a little bit, but Naomi did all these like really different sort of movements with her body where she like completely broke it off. The gagging part where we were all just going crazy was when she did these like sort of like core exercises, when she just like went on her very high heels, mind you, and went like further down and down and down and down and down until she basically almost fell to the ground, but she didn't. And then she just like went down on the ground quite elegantly and rose her feet to the end. Oh, and how could I forget the thing that Naomi did on the floor, on the stage. And also there was this part where you saw that Gia is from the House of Edwards. It's like such a typical Shangela / Alyssa move, you know? I was very happy that Naomi won the lip sync and that she stayed. This episode was just like, I was so emotional throughout all of it, and especially the lip syncs. They were like insane. They were so good. And then there was only one lip sync left. Latrice Royale. And Monique Branco, stunning. Honestly, before the lip sync started, I was like, this is the lip sync I'm waiting least for, because I was so into Trinity. Manila was safe. Obviously, later on, I was also happy that Naomi stayed and that Valentina, because she's a star, even though she's annoying and delusional, you know. And then come Latrice and Monique. Oh my god. There's a reason that was the last lip sync. The level of professionalism. And they both had a wig reveal, which was very surprising. We all knew she was gonna fight Monique. We did not know how it would end up, even though we did have a theory. Apparently, a lot of us were right about this. And then Rupaul says, Latrice Royale, Shantae, you stay. And Latrice goes crazy and she starts crying and she's super emotional and she has a speech and thanks Rupaul and the judges. Understandable. For the first time, I realized I didn't want Monique to leave the competition either. And then Ru says that she Shantae's and stays as well. We were not shocked. And then we have the remaining queens. This episode, the level of these queens, I think that Rupaul and the production, they all knew that we were all gonna gag and that we were all wishing basically to see like all these queens lip syncing or having so many lip syncs in one show. They're also different, you know? I thought it was fun. So thanks again. I've been Derek Berry, and I'll see you again next time on my reviews. Tschüssi. Bye. Lidrout. Shalom. Hi. Haba. Au revoir. Ciao. Baka. Adios. My God.